Okay students, this is the continuation part of the sums on elasticity of supply. So what is given over here? A producer supplies 200 units of good. So 200 goods are supplied by the producer when the price is rupees 10. Now price elasticity of supply is 2. So till now you were finding price elasticity, and now the price elasticity is already given to you. How many units of the commodity will the producer supply at rupees 11 per unit? So here it is written, how many units will the producer supply at rupees 11 per unit? So what are the things given? So we will use the formula of elasticity of supply. We can directly write what I said, change in Q by change in P into price by quantity, initial price by quantity. So this is the formula. What is the change in quantity? What is given? A producer supplies 200, this is the initial quantity. How many units of commodity will the producer supply? That means the final quantity is not given to you. So we can write, we don't know the change, so we can write, okay, price have increased, see, price have increased from 10 to 11. That means supply will also increase, so the final supply will be more. Final quantity supplied will be more than the initial quantity supplied, because when price increases, then the suppliers want to take advantage of it, right? So the final quantity might not be given, you need to find out, but you will understand that why final quantity will be higher than initial. So the change is always found by bigger minus smaller number, subtracting the smaller number from the bigger number. So we know that quantity or final quantity will be more because the price is changed to and it has increased, divided by change in price from 10 to 11. So price also, from the greater you have to subtract the smaller number in order to know the change. And now the initial price, that is rupees 10, by initial quantity is 200, and elasticity's value is also given 2. In fact, the initial quantity's value is also given to be 200. So how many units the commodity the producer will supply when the final price is 11? That means you are only left out to find the final quantity supplied, which is here in the question, in the solve. So if you can find this unknown, you are arriving at the answer. So we can write this 2 final quantity supplied minus 200 by 1 into, cancel the zeros, it is 1 by 20. So we can also write final quantity supplied minus 200. If you multiply with 1, it gives you the same thing in the numerator, by 1 into 20, 20 equal to 2. Now you just multiply, cross multiply 2 into 20, and it will be 40 equal to final quantity supplied minus 200. Now in order to find anything unknown, keep that on one side and take others on the other side. So minus 200 will come this side and it will be becoming plus 200. So therefore we can write directly that final quantity is equal to 200 plus 40, or 240 units. Okay, so it will be 240 units, the final quantity supplied of the product when the price changes to 11. So if see the difference, earlier it was 200 initial quantity, now it rose to 240. So the quantity has increased. Why the final quantity has increased? Because the price have increased, so producers will be willing to supply more to take the advantage of profit. Okay, So this next question is almost similar type, but their final quantity was in question. You need to find out here the price. So quantity supplied of a good is 400 when price is 8. So the initial price is 8 and then the initial quantity supplied is 400. The value of elasticity is also provided, that is 2. Calculate the price when the quantity supplied will be 600 units. So the final quantity is given to you. Now check what happened. The final quantity has increased than before. So if supply is increasing, it also indicates there must have been a price rise. That is why the supply have increased. So the final price must be more than the initial price provided. So this much concept you should have. So elasticity's formula we will directly write out change in Q by change in P into price by quantity. What is the change in quantity? 600 is the final minus initial. We can also do initial minus final. It depends on the magnitude of the quantity. Whichever is higher we place in front and we subtract from the greater the lesser number. And change in price, you can see initial price is 8. Now 8 minus the final price I can do, but it will be wrong because there is an indication that quantity have increased, supply is more. You know the relation between price and supply when price is more. So the final price is not given, which we are required to find out, but definitely it indicates that supply has increased, means from initial price the final price is more, it has increased. So from the greater we subtract, so final price minus initial price is 8 into here the original price and the original quantity supplied, and elasticity value is given. So here the only unknown is final price. Just like the before sum that you have done, previous sum, final quantity was in question. So just solve it. So I have just subtracted the value and now let's cancel zeros. 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8. So on top we have only 4 by FP minus 8 and here we have 2. Now cross multiply. So 2 is multiplied to FP minus 8. Final price minus 8 equal to 4, or if we take down 2, it will be final price minus 8 equal to 4 by 2, that is only 2. And we are wanting to know the final price, so we know all the numbers, the known numbers or given numbers are shifted that side. So minus 8 will join that side and become plus 8. So final price, therefore, I am writing in the blank space over here, therefore final price of the product is 2 plus 8. Always give the units with whatever you are finding, give the units. It is rupees 10. So the final price in the market of the product have increased from 8 to 10.